What's wrong? Huh? You want some of this? What's wrong? Boom, boom, huh? What's wrong? Ba, 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 ba. Ask and you shall receive, my G. Got another episode of Pro Player Analysis. Today we're going to analyze some of Bengi's play. For those of you who don't know, Bengi is the jungler for SKT1 or whatever it's called. He's also my uncle. He's also my cousin. But yeah, we're going to analyze this gameplay. We're going to extract the key points from the gameplay, and then I'm going to make it nice and tight, and I'm chuck it at you so you can use it in your own gameplay. So that's what this whole series is about. So enjoy. Bengi from SKT. I love you. Stay beautiful. Shana Ducks. Ooh, okay, so this is the very first gameplay that we're going to analyze. And I think this is a really good clip because the process is, it looks simple, but fuck, who cares? Let's just get into it. Okay, so in this clip, okay, we see that Lee Sin has found a Lee spot. He tries to pull off a gank mid, doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. Okay, they take the scuttler. It looks like, from at face value, it looks like, boom, he's just doing his clear, blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff. Speed it up. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. He's going towards top side. My screen's lagging, I don't know why. And he's found Elise. Instead of panicking, he just says, boom, Corki come down, close in on her. Gets the Q, boom, boom, boom. Talon TP's in. Blah, 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 blah. Good result. So they go in. To be honest, after this clip, I think TF gets the double kill, so it's not as good as you might think of it. But the process was perfect, okay? And that play, the fact that he found Elise top, he was able to get the double kill, get a kill for himself for both Pantheon and Elise. Sorry, got the kill for both Lee Sin and Corki. Corki top. Started all the way back here when they found Elise bot. So, I don't know if you know this about jungles, but since they found Elise bot, you can assume that she's either clearing the camps, and that's it. She's probably getting her wolves or whatever, her gromp. There's only one more reason why she would stay bot in this situation, okay? And that's to gank bottom. So they just found Elise bot. They can assume she's doing wolves or whatever. If she doesn't show herself again at bot lane to gank, that means two things. She's either went back to base to buy, or she's going to be on the top side of the map. There's no reason for her at all to be on this side of the map in this particular situation, other than to gank and farm. Okay, that's it. Since we take the farming one out, okay, so that's two things, gank and farm. We take the farming one out because we know that she's clearing wolves. Even if we didn't have this thing showed up, you know, both the fog of war or whatever, we can assume that she's cleared wolves or gromp, okay? Why else would she be bot? Do you think she's standing in the brush there waiting for something to happen? No. Okay. Then second, so that's the one's gone away, farm. And we got this one. Second, we take off the ganking one because she doesn't gank bot. Look, and there's good vision there. So if she was to gank bot, it would be a waste of time. The fact that those two things are gone, okay, those two, through the process of elimination, those two things are gone. There's no more reasons for her to be at the bottom side of the map. So, like I said, she's either went back to base or she's going top side. Which is the reason why I think, I don't know, okay, I'm assuming that Lee Sin, Bengi, okay, went up here and he went to go clear Scuttler. This thing, the fact that he's seeing her right now isn't just a matter of chance. Bengi has used the process of elimination, the one that I just went through, to factor out this side of the map. Okay, this side of the map. And he knows Elise is either here in the base or here. So that's why he goes towards the top side of the map. Boom, all of a sudden, he's found her. He doesn't panic and go, boom, go straight into it. He lets his team know. Boom. They close in on her. Simple. Boom, Talon's TPing in. They get the kill on Pantheon. He jumps over, boom. Now, so go through that process again, because the thinking is crazy. It's not just, oh, I saw Elise bot, and then, oh, I went top, and oh, I, I randomly saw Elise here. It wasn't random. It was calculated. It's calculated. Boom. I'm going to go through it again, okay, just so it'll really sink in your head. Elise's bot side. She's only bot side to either farm or gank. We can assume that she's already taken these camps, and she's not ganking bot, okay? So that takes out this side of the map completely. She's definitely not going to be on this side of the map. That means she's either went back to base, or she's in this part of the area. She's in this part of the jungle. So we can literally, if I had like a paint pen or whatever, section this. She's definitely somewhere in this section that I'm going over with my mouse right now. So Lee Sin tries to get the scuttler. I'm guessing he went to go get scuttler to get more vision, but instead he found Elise, which still was calculated because he knew she was on that side of the map, and then boom, he gets the kill or whatever. So that's clip 1. That was the thinking is really in depth, and I want you to go through it like 2 or 3 times, and then put that into your gameplay. Whew. The next clip is from the same game and only happened like a couple minutes later. And it's this. So TF hits level 6. As you know, TF, when he hits level 6, he applies a lot of pressure to the map. Even if he doesn't use his ulti, the lanes have to play safe because TF's got his ulti. And if they fight, boom, TF can use it, blah, blah, blah. So in this clip, he goes for Grump. Look at this ping. First off, this is really good, okay? So this ping, watch this ping here. Boom. I think Elise did that ping. And I think Elise did that ping first off because she's on the bottom side of the map. So when she's on the bottom side of the map, there's no chance of her to counter gank at all. And even though this is warded, the fact that he's all the way pushed up here and she's all the way over here means that he should play safe. Pantheon should play safe. So I think that was Elise's ping, which was really good. But if it wasn't, it might have just been Corky's ping, and then he might have just said, I want to get the CS that's under the turret anyway. Okay, now boom. TF ulti's bot. So there's some fight happening at bot. He gets a kill on Alistar. Now Lee Sin knows that top is pinked, and Lee Sin also knows that Elise is mid. Okay, he doesn't waste his time getting scuttler, okay, or doing whatever. He goes straight into the enemy jungle because there's no chance at all of him getting ganked. There are 3 people bot lane. There's 1 person mid, which is Elise, and there's 1 person top. If Pantheon does come down, that's the only person he has to worry about. And in that case, Corky can just push the wave so that Pantheon misses some CS. So boom. Lee Sin goes. Bengi goes. He knows Elise is still mid because she's trying to pick up the CS that TF missed out on. He wards, gets deep vision. Boom. Shanna. Good. Takes his camp. So 2 things just happened there. Takes his camp, gets deep vision. But now he also knows that Elise isn't going to go top side because he just chucked the ward there. The only place that Elise is going to go now is bottom side towards this. But then again, bottom side is... We're going to assume it's not cleared, okay? He's either going to go bottom side or he's going to go back to base. See what he does. Okay, so like I said, he knows that Elise is somewhere over here. She could be going to get some jungle, counter jungling shit over there. Oh, watch this. Clearing, get some vision, blah blah blah. This is all textbook stuff. This is really good by Elise. So they've got heaps of pings there. So she ganks from the place that they know, that Elise knows isn't warded. It's going towards top side. Boom. As soon as Elise goes mid, he doesn't wait. He knows. Bengi knows. Okay, do I have enough time to go mid and counter gank? I think if Lee Sin was over here, it would be completely different. He would go for the counter gank, but Bengi knows. He judges up. He's like, okay, can I make it to the mid gank? Can I make it to Elise, TF, and Talon in time that I actually have an effect on as a counter gank? Can I counter gank the gank that's happening mid? That's the easy way to fucking put it. He says no. So instead, he makes use of that opportunity by ganking top. Because there's no way at all that he can get counter ganked. Simply for the fact that Elise is mid. Like I've said fucking a billion times. So the gank mid failed. He's already topside preparing the dive. Pantheon goes to ward. Shana docks. Kicks him back to Corki. And then boom. All of a sudden, he's one step ahead. This is perfect. And remember, this started all the way from the TF ulti. So boom, TF ulti, he goes bot. Elise picks up the wave mid. There's no way at all that he's going to get... he's free. He's free to go into his jungle and do whatever he wants. There's 3 people bot, there's the jungler mid, and there's the Pantheon top. He goes into his jungle, gets the deep vision, counter jungles and gets the raptors, gets some damage on Elise. Goes to Scuttler. He knows that Elise is either bot side or went back to base. So this area right here is safe. Okay, the reason why he knew that is because they just had a fight top. Elise isn't going to... Why the fuck would Elise go back to Lee Sin? She was less than half health. He was full health. She's going to die. So she has to stay over this side. Then she stays over that side. She goes for a gank mid. Bengi judges up. He's like, boom. Can I make it there in time for a counter gank? No. So instead of going for the counter gank and waste of his time, and wasting his time like that, he decides to gank top, which is perfect because there's no chance of a counter gank at all. And Lee Sin's dives are really good. The RQQ combo can do like at least half health, early game when he's level 6. So it's a lot. It's a lot of mental games. It's process of elimination. It's boom. You know what I mean? But go through it. Just keep going through this. Been a while for a vid. Very well done highlights. Hey, shout out docs. Just go through it again. Go through it as much as you can. This is the very last clip. Fuck, is that loud? That I'm gonna analyze, and this one is, it's crazy. It's. Oh, I'll fucking play it. I should stop talking. So boom, blah blah. All this stuff is standard. Doing the clear, blah blah blah. If you saw before, the icons are moving. Obviously, we can't see it because this is from a different perspective. But I'm sure Bengi would have looked top to see if the little fight that was going on. Blah blah blah. They're still having a fight. Fiora's chasing. Boom. So now we know Fiora's being the aggressor. Okay. And because Fiora's been the aggressor, that's good. It's good when your laners want to play aggressive. All you have to do is support them. You don't have to gank. You don't have to. All you have to do is ward up for them, get vision for them, which is exactly what Elise does. So he gets the Scuttler, chucks a ward there. And Elise early dives are crazy. Elise's dive potential is crazy good. So he goes for it. Let's watch this. Misses the cocoon, which sucks. Boom, blah, blah, blah. Textbook. This is all textbook. Kills him. Okay, so that... Good. Dodges the Tyro shot. So that started from Fiora and Gragas had a fight. Fiora won the fight. And then... From that perspective, Fiora's going to want to be even more aggressive. He wants to, just push, make use of his lead. And then from Rek'Sai's perspective, if Fiora's pushing up, that's a free gank. Okay? There's not... especially if Rek'Sai has red buff. So, to counter that, Elise takes the Scuttler and he gets vision for Fiora, so she can play as aggressive as she wants, she can win the lane, and she has a fallback in the sense of there's wards there, so if Rek'Sai was to come, Elise just pings her back, whatever. So the next thing, look at this ping. This is why I flipped fucking crazy nuts when I saw this. Elise knows Rek'Sai started... Snapchat from Michael, thanks G. Elise knows Michael's... What the fuck? Elise knows Rek'Sai started top because golems were missing. Okay? Because, now, if this was a normal clear, Rek'Sai would go boom, 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 maybe look for a gank middle top. If not, then he would just go to his blue buff. But this changes the whole tempo of the game because he ganked top, which means Rek'Sai has free potential, free reign in his jungle. There's no, same example as before. If bot lane's all the way, if he can see bot lane and he can see mid lane, and they're both in lanes, okay, they're both in their lanes doing what they're supposed to be doing or whatever, then he can take red buff for free. So that's why he pings that, okay? He knows that Rek'Sai's at his red buff. And see, there's no wards there. It's just intuition. It's just process of elimination. See, so, and now, Elise pinged this whole side back. Okay, this is a lot of information, so I want you to watch this shit over and over again. Elise pings this whole side back because from Rek'Sai's perspective, boom, Elise is top. Can I gank mid or bot? There's going to be no chance of a count gank. So let's see if I can get something. Instead, he didn't gank. He just took his red buff, which is fine. And now watch this. Speed it up. Boom, they both go. And they find that the blue buff is still up. So obviously, Rek'Sai is taking red buff. Or is taking Elise's red buff. Why else would the blue buff be up? Then he goes to check. Goes to check this. Boom. So he goes to check that. It's gone. He goes to golems. That means... And blue buff is still up. That means that Rek'Sai must have taken this. We're going to pretend like we didn't see him. And he's in this vicinity right here. He's in this area right here. Boom. That's the only places he could be. So LeBlanc sees him. They have a little fight, whatever. They got vision. They still got vision of Rek'Sai. See, there's a ward there. Now, I'm going off on a... I'm taking a wild guess at this, but this gank at bot right now is really sporadic. Is that the right word? It's random. It's not expected. It's unexpected. Okay. Because he just went and cleared bot. Rek'Sai saw Elise at red buff. Okay. And then he just went straight bot. That's like random as fuck. But it worked. See, look, there's no chance of a counter gank. They know, Elise knows that Syndra's mid and Rek'Sai's over here because of the ward. So there's a free gank bot. And look what happens. Gets a kill on the ADC. I don't know if he kills this one. Now, look, see, they're one step behind. Rek'Sai and Syndra are one step behind. And Elise, Bengi, made use of that by ganking bot. There's no chance of a counter gank. It's pretty much quote-unquote free. Now he's trying to kill. Doesn't have enough damage. Rek'Sai doesn't have enough damage to burst. Old Big Dick Deft. Makes some dank plays. Now they're fighting within their menu wave, so it's even stronger. They got even more minions to do some damage. Caitlyn has red buff. Why the fuck would you change? Caitlyn has red buff, and I think he's still got heal. Yes. Oh no, he doesn't. Gets a stun, Q, flash, blah blah blah. Red buff. Is he gonna get this one as well? Please. Oh. But that, see that whole... I want you to watch that over and over again, because the process of elimination was crazy. Boom. Fiora and Gragas had a fight. Fiora won the fight. And so, obviously, she's winning. She's got the lead, so she wants to make use of that and play aggressive. Bengi got the Scuttler and got a ward here to give vision for Fiora. Because when a lane is winning, you don't necessarily have to gank that lane. You can just let him do what he's supposed to do. And instead you just ward up to make sure the jungle doesn't interfere with the lane. So he goes top, instead he dives. Okay, so he dives, which is really good. He dives, gets a kill on Gragas, misses the CS, blah blah blah. Gragas misses the whole wave that was there. And then Elise immediately pinged bot side to play safe. He's either going to gank bot, because he knows Elise is top. Because you got to do something. You got to make... Elise just did something. You have to do something to balance it out. Goes for his red buff. He didn't gank bot. He went and stole his red buff. He goes to check this, okay. Caitlyn and Bard go to check the blue buff. But it was still up. Then Elise checked golems. The golems are still there. So just by that fact that Rek'Sai just took red buff, and this is still up, and then obviously because LeBlanc saw her, Rek'Sai could only be in this vicinity here, okay? Syndra and Rek'Sai are mid. Then Bengi does this freaking random as unexpected gank, and he goes straight bot. He goes straight from golems to bot lane. Gets a kill for gets 2 kills for Caitlyn. He picks himself up a kill, I think. And now all of a sudden bot lane is snowballing, and Fiora is snowballing as well, I think, if she wins the lane off that one gank. So that's it. That's all. That's everything. I hope you learned something. Okay, make sure you go through this video like 3 times. It's about the process of elimination when you're playing jungle. It's all about the process of elimination. Have a good day. I love you. Shana Docs.